Very good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending where you are across the world tuning in to our coverage here on the Commentary 2 JB Sports. Focus on football on our very own personal Twitch channel, Russ P. Vernon underscore 92. This evening, as the Netherlands take on France in what is going to be a big game in Group D of the competition. Let's take a look then at some of the earlier results of the matches that's been played today. We can run you through some of the games here. We can bring you some big breaking news coming from the Premier League in the moment as well, which we're just hearing. But first, before we do that, let me bring you the results from earlier matches in the Euro 2024. In the match earlier on today which came from Group E between Slovakia and Ukraine, that finished 2-1 to Ukraine. And then also in Group D, it finished Poland 1, Austria 3. As well as we get ready for kick-off in this game between the Netherlands and France, and there's Kylian Mbappe as the flags just come out ready on the pitch with the here in Leipzig, which is going to be a big game at the Leipzig Stadium for this Group D encounter between the Dutch of the Netherlands against France. Ronald Koeman against Didier Deschamps, as we look ahead of kickoff for this big game today, as we see France take on the Dutch as we get ready for kickoff. Then as we bring you the two teams in a moment, and we'll give you the match officials as well. I can tell you it's going to be it's a partly cloudy night here in Lisbon with the temperatures of around about 22 degrees with the humidity at 76%, should I say. And there is some of the Dutch players who are ready for action today. I can tell you who the officials are in just a moment as well. Also earlier on today in the Copa America, that started earlier today, and Argentina beat Canada by 2-0. Goals coming for Argentina for Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez, with Lionel Messi getting the assist for Lautaro Martinez's goal in the 88th minute, and Julian Alvarez scored in the 49th minute, and he was assisted by Alexis McAllister of Liverpool. As we get ready for this big game tonight between the Dutch and the French. And as I sit in my vantage point, away to my left-hand side as I sit and watch this game, and away to my right-hand side, should I say, right-hand side, left-hand side as I sit here in my position. Away to the left of me is a wall of orange, which is known by me as the Dutch wall, and to the other side is the French wall of Le Bleu. As the Dutch take on the French in this game, and we'll run you through in just a moment how the two sides will line up, with Ronald Koeman and Didier Deschamps naming their sides, and his strong sides as well from both teams today. And I can tell you who the officials are as well, and I can inform you that we have got an English some English officials on show this afternoon, as the French national anthem is being about to go out, and it's going out right now as we see the French national anthem being worked out by the French players. So some really good action in the European Championship so far today. Let's hope this one follows suit. Today, as we have got some news as well regarding from the Premier League to tell you about, and In regards Chelsea, who, as you know, Ian Matson plays for Chelsea, was on loan at Borussia Dortmund last time around. I can tell you that Chelsea have made their strongest offer. The finances involved were beyond reach and chose not to proceed in the race and have now withdrawn from the race to sign Michael Olise from Crystal Palace, which could leave a free run for Manchester United. That's just some info where let's just reach the kick-off in this game as the Dutch national anthem is being belted out now, as you see the Dutch players just warming up there and there's Cody Gakpo, who's stood in the touchline in the pitch going through the national anthems, as there's a captain and manager there, there's a goalkeeper there, captain this side of him, Virgil van Dijk. And we'll bring you a bit more on that information in just a second regarding the situation with Michael Olise and Liverpool. Manchester said to leave the race for Michael Olise. Palace offering him a new deal and high financial requests. Chelsea decided to withdraw. Bayern and Newcastle are also speaking to Olise, and Manchester United remain keen as well. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that Michael Olise saga. Now, as we get ready for this game, as we get ready for the team news, and then for the Dutch, they will line up with Wout Verbruggen in goal, Denzel Dumfries, Steven de Vrij, Virgil van Dijk and Nathan Ake across the back. It's Jadon Schulten, Ave Simons and Tejan Reinders, with Jeremy Frimpong, Memphis Depay and Cody Gakpo in the attack for Ronald Koeman's side. With Villa, Flecken, Gertrude, De Ligt, Wijnaldum, Weghorst, Van de Ven, Vermin, who's, if he's booked tonight, will miss the next game, Daley Blind, Donald Mayerlen, Brian Bobbery, Ian Matson, Joshua Zirke, Steven Bergwijn and Ryan Gravenberch. As for the French, then in just a second, as we sent into just do the coin toss with Virgil van Dijk and Antoine Griezmann, as we get ready for kick-off now in this game here, as the two captains, Virgil van Dijk and Antoine Griezmann, gives each other a hug. As we'll start now with the French team, is Mike Maignan in goal, then a back four from right left of Koundé, from the corner Saliba and Theo Hernandez, Tchouameni, Conte and Rabiot in midfield, with Dembele, Thuram and Antoine Griezmann. With Kylian Mbappe on the bench, and if Ousmane Dembele or Kylian Mbappe get booked tonight, they'll miss the next game for France. The referee is a familiar name to us English folk. He is Anthony Taylor. He's assisted by Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn. For official is Glenn Nyberg from Sweden, with Stuart Adwell on VAR, alongside Fede San and Marco Fritz. As mentioned, a partly cloudy night with temperatures of 22 degrees and the humidity of 76% here in Leipzig tonight. As it'll be the Dutch who will get this game off and underway in a moment, after they just do a minute's applause here for the youth president who sadly passed away earlier this week, and we'll join in as well with the minute's applause which they are doing here, as Anthony Taylor will look at his watch in a moment, I would suspect, and blow his whistle to get ready for this game to start, as we just clap along as well. Rest in peace there, as the applause is now finished. Good to, I'm probably thinking good to hear us joining on the minute's applause as well, as we get ready for this big kick-off then tonight. Is the Dutch against the French. Who will come out on top in this game today? Will it be one of Koeman's men in the Netherlands, or will it be Didier Deschamps' side of France who will come out on top in this game between these two sides tonight. We're almost set to go then and tell you all about it and give you every kick of this game as we unfold. And we can now get the game ready to get underway. Weghorst is on the bench. Depay will get us off and underway. Drops it back to Virgil van Dijk. And a first touch then for Steven de Vrij. Steven de Vrij knocks it into midfield then. That's Shorten. He gets it back to de Vrij, and Denzel and Steven de Vrij will drop it back in. Denzel Dumfries will push on from the back on that right hand side, far right hand side as we look from our vantage point, as we see Virgil van Dijk in possession for the Netherlands, and he will try and fetch his ball forward. Will Virgil van Dijk, but he goes back and is forced to go back to Bart Verbruggen. It's interesting to see how this side just play tonight, the Dutch, and see if they can continue with their fine win, or whether the French go to a fine winners. The Dutch will be on already. The shot comes in, the save by Manuel and just tip behind, and that's a really bit of play there from Jeremy Frimpong going behind the French there, and he was onside, well-timed run, and he just forces a save, I think, from Magnon. Fingertip save from the French shot stopper, and that's a decent effort in all fairness to the Dutch. Netherlands 0, France 0, and Theo Hernandez is down. He's just got a bit of problems here, Theo Hernandez. He's been helped up to his feet, Theo Hernandez here now, as we keep you up to date in this game. The Dutch against the Netherlands, against the French, as Memphis Depay will look to take this corner, but there's a man who's just gone down inside the penalty area. That is Nathan Ake, who's gone down here, and Anthony Taylor just stops it there. So Memphis Depay will now take this corner, and they'll look to get this ball in towards the penalty area, and he does it, and it's flicked on towards the back post, and the French will look to counter attack, and they win a free kick, foul on the edge of the penalty area on Ousmane Dembele. And here come the French now in possession, as this will be worked well here, and the French will just have possession, just knocking it around quite well, and causing quite a few problems in the process. As here come the French now with N'Golo Kanté, and this is good play from N'Golo Kanté. How about Ousmane Dembele? Dembele's cutting field from the right hand side, and he drops it back halfway there to up in the corner. Now Tchouameni, good ball in towards Antoine Griezmann, but he's cut out here by the Dutch, and they will look to try and come forward, but they've dropped it back here to Denzel Dumfries, and it goes all the way back then to Bart Verbruggen, and Virgil van Dijk is just playing it along to Steven de Vrij. And when you look at someone of the capabilities of Virgil van Dijk, you do know that they are is a good quality player, and someone who always puts in 100% every game he plays. And see, here comes the Dutch with Steven de Vrij, who can try and come up over halfway. He loses out to him. The French have the ball back, and here's the number 4 from the corner making his way forward. It's a good ball through, and he's in behind here for the number 14, Adrien Rabiot, back to Antoine Griezmann. And Griezmann lines up a shot, and it's tipped over, is it? Yes, it's tipped over by Bart Verbruggen. And that's a decent effort by Antoine Griezmann. Was always good trouble with Bart Verbruggen there. It was a fantastic save in the end. And Bart Verbruggen gets a one-handed stop to tip the ball over the bar for a Dutch corner. Fantastic work in the end there. We love to see the start by both sides and the intent from both sides in this game. Netherlands 0, France 0. Griezmann takes it quickly into Dembele. Still going Dembele. Tees it back up to N'Golo Kanté. Out wide to Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann delivers the ball into the penalty. Van Dijk heads it clear. On this one, N'Golo Kanté. Back into Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann will look to get the ball into the penalty area with his left foot this time. Van Dijk heads it away on this far then Gakpo can try and fix his ball a little bit. Advantage has been given to the Netherlands as here comes over halfway Travis Simons, and Simons will switch the play well, looking for number 11 there, which is Cody Gakpo. He can't keep the ball in play. He's out for a throw-in in the other to the French. And remains Netherlands 0, France 0. And I think it's been a really good start to this game. A lively start as well. But it remains 0-0 as here comes Theo Hernandez, who drops the ball all the way back there to William Saliba. And from the corner onto N'Golo Kanté, and he will try and fetch his ball forward, N'Golo Kanté. And he's back into the path there of William Saliba. And this will come forward from Saliba's. He looks to try and come forward, but he's being forced backwards here at this moment in time. And I wonder whether that's a tactical switch that Southgate has chosen. Well, not Southgate. Didier Deschamps will choose. Southgate and England went on their races yesterday against Denmark, if truth is told. As Conte will look to try and get this ball into the penalty area. Good crossing this time from Jules Koundé. Jules Koundé with a dangerous ball into the penalty area. And good defending there in the end. And just going back to England, I was a bit surprised by some of the comments that Gareth Southgate gave after the game, reflecting on Karen Phillips' submission, saying we missed him, but he's not just him, we missed Southgate, and we'll talk a bit more about England in a moment. As Sandman's comes forward for the Dutch. We won back well there from a corner to Koundé, and inside it goes. And here come the French coming forward. Tchouaméni, who gets the ball back, and Tchouaméni will look up. Well, they have to go to the right back now. He goes short to his teammates at club level as well as international level. Matthew Upson. No, not Upson, I should say. Williams, Jules Koundé, up in the corner playing well. Tchouaméni and Jules is looking to try and convince N'Golo Kanté to come back into Europe. So I've been told anyway. So we've been hearing up in the corner trying to get N'Golo Kanté back into Europe. But whether he succeeds with that is another question entirely. As we see the French who take on the Dutch tonight. But England's performance last night was absolutely atrocious. And I can see you. It's going to come out on top here. I think the Dutch may come out on top in fairness as the Chelsea breaks towards the pile, goes down. It's been held there, but no penalty. Appeals were from Simons as well as the Piles, and neither of them was agreed to by Anthony Taylor, I think. For one of the times in my commentary live, I actually agree with his decision there from Anthony Taylor as he gives this free kick. So we'll look at this one again. Simons played it through to Memphis Depay, and Depay just keeps backing in to Saliba. No penalty whatsoever for me there. Definitely no penalty on the challenge just before that as well. Here come Dembele to try and get this ball forward for France, and got a few problems as they attack. In the end, away to my right hand side where the Dutch fans are. And I can confirm that. I don't know if all of them are here today who went to the Women's Euros. I can confirm to you that some of the Dutch fans are, in fact, crazy. And I got to see that with my very own eyes. As Theo Hernandez has possession, and he will try and fetch his ball forward here, but he's lost out. But then France have won the ball back as Thuram plays the ball out wide, and that's good plays. Thuram has to get back in, but Depay has possession, and Gakpo's trying to charge through his onside. He's now gone offside, so they can't play it forward to him. So Simons is there to try and mop up. Jerry Simons wins. So the free kick, and just going to quickly do the Dutch. And racing over halfway is number 14, Reinders. Wonderful play from Reinders. Memphis the penalty area. Fine challenge there from up in the corner. Back helping out his defence. Where needed. And this is what the French can't afford to do. Let the Dutch have a lot of possession, cause a few problems early on, because we all know what their capabilities are, the Dutch. And I went to some French games in the Women's Euros, and their fans are just as nutty as the Dutch fans as well, in my opinion. 10 minutes gone here in this game between the Dutch and the French, 0-0. As the ball is played out wide and the cross comes in deep, and it's headed away by Trent Alexander-Arnold for a throw-in to the Netherlands. Netherlands 0, France 0. If you just tuned into us, Russ Vernon here, bringing you commentary on this game tonight. As the French will try and come forward here and look to cause a few problems, as it remains 0-0 here, as the French and the Dutch just look to see what comes of this game today. Whether they can get something out of this game is another question entirely. We get ready for this game, as here come the Dutch in possession, and they will try and come forward here. There's a good ball over the top here, looking in behind. Well, the flag is up for offside. Here in the end, against the less good defensive work on France to catch the Dutch offside, and Jules Koundé will try and fetch his ball forward. And here is for number 11 for France, which is Dembele, crossing the field. 1-2 with number 15 there, Thuram. Griezmann has it. Welcome England, welcome the French to even watch the England game yesterday, guys. I know what needs to change before choose this game, if you can. If you were Southgate, what side would you pick? Do let us know if you can. It remains 0-0 between France, Dutch and the French, as Dembele will come forward. Once round and start and go back to Thuram. They're back to his own half there to Saliba, into up in the corner, back into Jules Koundé, and ball comes in towards Antoine Griezmann on the back of that superb piece of defending. Read the danger and looked at how well there did number 14 there. Reinders was back helping out from this defence on the right hand side of the midfield. Reinders was absolutely fantastic to read that situation well there. And here are the French in possession, as they will try and come forward. Thuram into Dembele. This is a good one from Jules Koundé, who stays onside. Koundé with the cross in, edge go up and away. The header goes down here, and Dembele has possession into the path then of Adrien Rabiot. Good ball in. There's a penalty to Conte. Back into Adrien Rabiot. Across to Antoine Griezmann. He falls down. Griezmann then play it back. Thuram was there too. And somehow the Dutch let off here. And they give the ball back to Antoine Griezmann this time. It's Theo Hernandez. Griezmann's back up inside the penalty area. He goes out wide to Thuram. Favour back it to N'Golo Kanté. This is good pressure. We're going to inside the penalty area now. Of course, Antoine Griezmann is wide. And, oh my word, Antoine Griezmann. He really needs to be doing better here. He's played into him nicely. And Antoine Griezmann can't sort his feet out. And he can't put this ball in the back of his net. Deary me. Alexander 1-0 to France. Rabiot with a chop up. Across to Benzema to Griezmann, and that's for finishing from the Frenchman there after Adrien Rabiot led him off well. And then Mr. Pye supporting the headband today, white headband, after an injury in the last game to his head. And now here do come the Netherlands, as they will try and come forward here. as they will look to come forward here as well, as they will try and cause a few problems. Here the Dutch have yet to lay a glove on the French goal, apart from that early chance from Memphis to play. All that after that, no real chances. And it remains 0-0 here if you're just tuning into us right now. You'll see some news from Michael Elise here. We'll bring you that news in a second as we watch the Netherlands against the French, and it's 0-0 the scoreline as the ball is coming forward here. De Vrij plays it into the path then of Schultz, and gets the ball out wide. Benzo Dumfries to the number 12 there, which is Jeremy Frimpong. And the Dutch are being forced back here, and they're not liking this, the Dutch. They don't like it when they are forced back or pressed near one of Koeman's men. And be interested to see how long this lasts from France and whether the Dutch can bypass that press and come forward here like they've done now and get the ball out wide to Cody Gakpo on this left hand side. Believe from Gakpo's got Ake on the other. Gakpo pushes inside. Cody Gakpo shoots! Fantastic save from my man Jordan. He's 2 round the post. And so unlucky in the end. There is Cody Gakpo. He did well to cut inside. I mean, you're so late. He did really, really well to push it behind him. We'll get some more of this from a Michael Elise situation in just a moment or two. We'll see some transfer news here on the commentary. Also on JB Sports, commentary 2. Focus on football, exclusive transfer news here. We'll just receive an interest in the ball that comes in towards the back post, and the Dutch just keep all of possession and they've worked it all the way back on halfway, and then we'll look to come forward again here. Will the Dutch? Will have been forced to go all the way back there to the building, and the Dutch will try and come forward. That's the ball down the line by Frimpong, and the foul made by Denzel Dumfries. Free kick to France it goes. I can tell you that Michael Elise, guys, has chosen to join Bayern Munich and work under Vincent Kompany. Bayern are amongst 3 clubs, Chelsea and Newcastle, to contact Palace last week, and now expected to agree a deal with Palace for the 22-year-old winger, whose contract includes a release clause. So Michael Elise will join Bayern Munich. Big transfer news there, not just from the Premier League, but also from the Bundesliga as well. Will Michael Elise thrive out in the Bundesliga or not? The young Englishman who will look to try and be part of the next World Cup squad. Surprised he wasn't part of this European Championship squad, but then again, with Southgate playing, she's not played Wharton yet, or then some of the other players who's now gone, Grealish should have been there in my opinion as well. The reports coming out earlier that Luke Shaw missed training again today for England, and there are doubts whether he will be fit enough to play in the tournament at all for England, which has been mind-boggling. We've never taken a club with us in terms of a player. And Conte's ball is back out wide, but we can't keep the ball in there. That's after the corner from the left-hand side was poorly taken and easily headed out by the Dutch. It remains 0-0 between the Netherlands and France. If you're just tuning to us, thank you very much for choosing us today. And this is a good ball down the line to Dembele, and Depay holds up the play well, and Gakpo now has it. A good play from the Dutch here, but Gakpo trying to play it inside, and he's lost possession, and the French have now got the ball back here. And we've played 90 minutes so far. It's been a really good watch. Both teams going for the ball and going for chances in this game and causing a few problems for each other. And now here comes Ake into the path of Dembele. And now the French on the attack as Conte drives forward. N'Golo Conte is opened up for him there, but he didn't fancy his shot. N'Golo Conte, as the angle just goes down from as he went to a position to potentially have a shot from. Remember, danger well there's up in the corner to Saliba, backed up in the corner. Almost in a car crash incident with my man Yon, they're the two forest players, but unfortunately, no one was there to seize on the danger that's just been created. There's no France nil. 20 minutes on the clock. They won welcome to you. Russman to guide you through the action today. Get on the commentary. Russman and we'll bring you all the action from this game. As from the corner finds William Saliba. Saliba to Griezmann, back to Saliba again. And Griezmann takes over here. And Antoine Griezmann just taking over here. He's supposed to be a forward. And that's something that you see Harry Kane do quite a bit for England as well. Come deep and track all the way back so you can get an outlet. Around how wide he goes. And he crossed in deep here by, I'm not sure it was who crossed it in. He's going for a goal kick and a poor cross in the end. And it goes behind as we see Turan bring the ball down well a few minutes ago. The sublime take from the sky. And Denzel and Steven De Vrij will come forward and he'll try and pick out Denzel Dumfries on that right hand side if he wants to. Or he could try and play to Virgil van Dijk. He goes to Denzel Dumfries who will keep on possession of this moment in time. Back it goes to Steven De Vrij. And De Vrij comes out of the backline here trying to pick out Cody Gakpo, but that's good defending from Jules Koundé, who read the danger and decided to knock it back in path over my man on the French. We'll start again, and I think it's been a really good game so far. Both teams going for it. No real gum out action as yet though, but which is the only thing lacking is down really, to be fair with you, which remains 0-0 in the game between France and between the Dutch and the French. The Netherlands 0, France 0. After 22 minutes, as we see the challenge again as there's a throwing to France, which Koundé will take, and this is a good bit of players. They will try and get this ball forward. He's flicked on his really glad to play it around, and he keeps the ball for France here as they will to try and counter attack on the Dutch. As the Dutch fans just see themselves on the TV. So we're going to have a France. See the free kickers will show you a shot of those fans in the crowd. And there was no France nil if you're just tuning into his ear on the commentary. Russell Burnham to guide you through this action tonight. Keep you bang up to date with how this game goes. Netherlands nil, France nil. And it's a really good game so far. And Depay will tell us free kicking towards the penalty and a back across goal by Denzel Dumfries and only wide of the target in the end, and they're really troubling the goalkeeper. My man running goal as we see there go well wide in the end. Far too much on that ball. Into their real connection to the good shots from it and then could have potentially got down as Dumfries ended it over. That would have been a free kick, but the ball will be played up to us. And now the French will try and come forward here, but it's out of play. This time the Dutch will win the throw-in. French left 2 miles theirs, but it's going to the officials, including Anthony Taylor, who's from between Shaw and Greater Manchester. As I said, up in that road, or that area, as we like to say. As they will try and come forward here. It remains 0-0 as the Dutch just watching on as Anthony Taylor stops this game for a moment here as we watch this challenge, and they're checking for something in. Nothing given. And the Dutch will come forward again. It's a fine challenge to get the ball back. Adrien Rabiot. Then he loses it again. And the ball is clear. And the ball is being given back to Poland for a free kick. Far by the two directors. And the French bench are not looking at the options they've got there. Didier Deschamps, we've got Olivier Giroud, Kylian Mbappe, Camavinga, Colin Warney, who could potentially change things. That Camavinga is normally a box to box or sometimes a DM midfielder. We need to see how this game unfolds. Now we've played 25 minutes, 43% possession to the Netherlands, 57% to the French. Is what the possession stats look like so far. Netherlands nil, France nil, and it's the great game of football here at the Leipzig Football Community Stadium as they will try and confront Leipzig. The Dutch in Leipzig as they break. Oh my word. Cody Gakpo, what is that? I'm starting scratching my head. Oh my days, what was that? I cannot complain that is extra Sunday. Went down a few moments ago. You can't think much, just like the referee just gone wide of the target. It remains 0-0 as the Dutch will get players forward to close down some of the opportunities. The national business on the word with the referee there about something. And he's been told here to get ready to get the game back underway now. And you have got this France, and they're just going to do this now. Around way. The ball is played forward. Won by the Dutch. The French have got the ball again. It is Antoine Griezmann. And that's a good bit of play. And they will try and come forward. That's a good bit of play, but the Dutch have won the ball back, and they've caused a few problems in the Dutch, and they will look to get things moving forward in this game tonight. The Dutch is found gap for you. But they were running initially by Reinders, who did a fantastic run for us. Reinders is there again. It was shot his blocked. It goes bouncing up, and Manuel claims the catch. It remains 0-0. So it'd be a really good start to get this game here. Both teams going for it, but with the Netherlands just shedding it at the moment, in my opinion. As the French will try and change my opinion here. And Marcus Thuram fires over into the orange wall of the Dutch. It remains the Netherlands 0, France 0. We've won a bit of play again as a Thuram fired it over. Why did you Jordan low? Because that should have been a goal, which was a really good, should have been 1-0 there. A let off for the Dutch, and the potential warning sign of how quick this French side can play and break. 20 minutes gone, is still goalless, and the last couple of games I've done here on the commentary for the European Championships have been goalless in the first half. Some of my goals have come in the second half, apart from the Spain-Croatia game. But all my goals came in the first half. And it remains 0-0 as there comes. And this is good work from Jules Koundé, just keeping all the possession. And now, I'm going to roll down the line he goes. And this is a bit of play from the French as they will look to come forward. And the French will look forward here, will they, with Saliba into the corner to find Tchouaméni. This is good play from Tchouaméni. This is Koundé. Koundé does well to all of the play, drop it back to Upamecano. Upamecano will look to go along in the moment for line out. There's a foul in there, free kick to France, foul on Antoine Griezmann. I thought the referee Anthony Taylor wasn't going to give it to first. He took his time here, Anthony Taylor, and then blew up. And it's interesting to see, we're coming into towards the final 15 minutes or thereabouts of this first half. And I must say, this has been a entertaining game, end-to-end stuff, but we're just lacking that creative spark in the final third. For either one of these sides, who will it be that will come out on top? Will it be the Dutch or will it be the French? And so far, if I put this opinion out there, please do not show me if you disagree or have a go at me in the comments if you disagree. But for me, so far, I think the French are missing Kylian Mbappe on the bench and potentially coming on here for them and making an impact. That's what sometimes he does. I'm happy to become as an impact player as his French trying to come forward. But this is good piece of defending there from Fry to clear the ball away. Now here comes Van Dijk, and back it goes again to the left back Ake, who's naturally a centre back, and Simmons takes on from him. It's a good one from David Simmons into a good bit of play there. And this is a good bit of movement as they will look to cause a few problems here. Now will the Dutch come forward here and won't, and it's a free kick to the French. Jadon Schutton picks up a yellow card. It remains 0-0. And this is the French who are just taking their time here, trying to get to half time, I would think, as they look to cause a few problems. And this game is still 0-0 between France and the Netherlands, or the Netherlands and the French. Whichever way you want to look at it, is a good ball out wide to Theo Hernandez, who's over on that far side, and he'll try and come forward here, Theo Hernandez. It's well worked here. Here come the French, and it's good play from N'Golo Kanté to keep the ball for Tchouaméni. And this is a good bit of movement here from the French, just knocking the ball around well, looking to cause a number of problems, and remains goalless. There's a foul in his ex. No, it's Depay wins the ball back in Memphis. Depay tries to pick out Frimpong there. He was the wrong option. Should have continued a bit more, in my opinion, there. And Antoine Griezmann backs him back, sends on off to win the ball back and showing his defence how easy it can be to win the ball back without giving away a free kick there. And right on, as I mentioned about Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm hearing Trent Alexander-Arnold's form has been not that good, should I say, for England. When Tchouaméni comes into the French side, whenever he comes in, always seems to perform. And if he's going to play in midfield for England moving forward, under Southgate, he needs to learn from Bellingham in how to play in a role that he did similar of when Calvin Phillips was in the side alongside Declan Rice for England. But back to this game, as here comes Nathan Ake up towards halfway, over halfway now. And run from Ake, and he gets the ball out wide to the number 7, Simons. Travis Simons just knocking the ball around well. Remains Netherlands 0, France 0. And you look at the French side here tonight, you'd probably think they're one of the favourites to potentially make it all the way through to the final. But so far, this Netherlands side has contained them quite well here. I know when they lost in the last game, I think it was around the scored one very towards the beginning of the half, and then and a penalty sit late on, and as well as the ball played forward here, and it's 0-0. This the scoreline is. I can tell you that it's been a good game so far. Nearly 4 minutes almost played, and with this scoreline as it stands right now, Poland will be out of the tournament after their defeat to Austria earlier today. Netherlands 0, France 0. If you just tuned into us here on the commentary, Busman and guiding you through the action. And now here is a brilliant run. There's a good charging run here forward. And it's Frimpong inside the penalty area. Shot is blocked. That's good play for Frimpong. And here's Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann will look to fetch his ball forward. Can he get his ball forward? He goes to number 5 who can help him out here. And that is good play in the end. And you'd have to say this game so far has been really, really good to watch. It's the only other scoreline, if you're just tuning into us, Russ Vernon on the commentary. As a shot comes in from Simmons again, and there's a comfortable save in the end, and it remains 0-0. My man on Davin in Burnley remains 0-0. Copa America later as well tonight at 11 o'clock UK time in the Copa America. As we get ready for more action in the Copa America, but we will bring it to you here on the commentary. Some of our listeners, some of our listeners may want to watch it. If you're in the UK, I can let you know it's on Premier Sports. But we'll try and bring you some of those matches where we can from the competition as we see the game go forward. Netherlands 0, France 0. France will throw in, and they look to cause a few problems from this long throw towards the penalty area. Antoine Griezmann inside there, who was the captain. And I'm going to show again, he's going on back to Harry Kane. And it's been robbed here. And now here comes England to see if they can watch how this such break and cause teams problems. England and try and learn something from how the other teams played, because so far Southgate, we've made 2 big massive mistakes. If they'll play to England's strengths in the next game, and he remains 0-0 in this game between the Netherlands and France, and it's the Dutch who have possession and will work here well here and will look to cause a number of problems in the end. And it's now with Frimpong who will look to go forward here. And it is a good play in the end as we see the ball coming forward with Francis. He's Thuram with the charging run. Marcus Thuram goes down. Is it a free kick here? The referee says yes. Any more punishment here? Any more punishment as we watch this game unfold? There remains Netherlands 0, France 0. We see the fall again. You see the grass cutting up here as well. And I said before kick-off, and he was doing it in the England game a little bit yesterday as well, but not to wait to see what people say about his friend. It's been a free kick foul on Antoine Griezmann. He managed to give a couple and run away, but the whistle had already got the time he got back up and run away. As Griezmann will line up a shot towards the penalty area. And this is the big shot. If France score from this distance out, 30 metres. If we give him more of a cross here from Antoine Griezmann. Remains 0-0. Antoine Griezmann moves across towards the penalty, looking around the back. His tail up from the corner, trying to get the move alive. His ball looking for N'Golo Kante, which was Ousmane Dembele's ball, and it remains 0-0. And I've just got my knee on the desk in front of us, which I know some people around us will say that's very silly to do. It remains 0-0. The Dutch 0, France 0. And what can we do here? We've got a foul throw there by Ake, not given. The Pie drops the ball back and he's lost out here now. And the Dutch will try and go forward. This is a bit of play. Alongside is Ousmane Dembele towards the penalty. Pulls the ball across this. It's back to the check and Dembele again. No cross in. He goes down. Free kick on the edge of the penalty area. Saying no foul there. And I'm just looking at this again. I want to look at this again, guys. I'm saying I don't think it's a free kick. Yeah. No, that's not a free kick. If that's a free kick, then I will quit commentating. Because that should not be a free kick. And at the end of the Euros, I mean, rather than now, guys. Still 0 between the Netherlands and the French. Can we see the opening goal of the game come from the set piece? Griezmann stood over, so to Dembele. 23 metres out. 23 metres to go. As it's Griezmann or to take it. Who will it be as the wall of England locks the gap? If we can get into that gap, Griezmann or Dembele. You can see them leaving the gap there. The amazing is, can this shot come in here? That's from Griezmann! Shot is blocked. Off of the wall again for a corner. Into the final 5 minutes of this game, it remains Netherlands 0, France 0. You can see the from the fry to head it over to top there in the end. It remains Netherlands 0, France 0. It remains 0-0 as we see this game moving forward. And just to let people know, this is my fifth game in a row. 2 on Thursday, 2 on Wednesday. And I must say, this has been some good games to cover. I enjoyed working alongside Ethan last night. Let's make it to the game as Teo Hernandez picks up possession. Can he get the ball forward here, Teo Hernandez? He can't. France knows they will look to come forward here. And back it goes to Upamecano. And he goes all the way back to Mannion in goal. Saliba drops it to Chouameni. There's a good ball over the top of it. And then Chouameni breaks Teo Hernandez, who against the right back to him. Back up Hernandez and the guy gets it clear. Looks for Chouameni to the left hand side. The cross comes in and then from Griezmann. It's saved, but that's the dangerous crossing from the left hand side from Teo Hernandez. And he found the head. I mean, Andrew Rabiot put the ball in actually. He found the head of Antoine Griezmann. And straight down the throat in the end of Bart the Bruggen. And Bart is listening. The Bruggen starts. No, Omer, Marge, will be what listening on. See how Bart does today. If you don't get that reference, everyone's no fans for just doing intros here. On the commentary, whispering alongside himself. United remains 0-0. And this first half is, despite it not being the goal scoring chance after chance that we'd like it to be, then it feels like a really good game. Both teams don't want to lose. They're just trying to feel their way into the game and see where it takes them. It's still 0-0. We're almost into the final minute of the first period. And I wonder if there's any stoppages. I wonder if we'll have any stoppage time at the end of this first half. We'll find out in about a minute's time whether Anthony Taylor has told his official Glenn Iberg how many minutes to put on in this first period as we get ready for the closing stage of this first half. It remains 0-0 and the French have a free kick with Jules Koundé giving it back to open the corner and across then now to Saliba. Further out wide it goes to Teo Hernandez. Back to Hernandez once more. And this is a good bit of play from Teo Hernandez and just keeping the ball around well. remains Netherlands nil, France nil. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary hub, on Chub 2 JB Sports, Focus on Football as well. I'm on my personal Twitch channel, Russ P. Vernon _92 is my Twitch challenge. There's Virgil van Dijk wins it away. The ball played over the top and played on again and runs almost through to the path there of my man Jon as we enter a minute to stoppage time in this first period. We played 13 seconds of it. Netherlands nil, France nil. And it's been a quite cagey affair. Neither side want to lose this game and lose their second tournament match, especially after both got off to winning starts in their opening group games. Winner of these two sides will, winner of this side, of this match will potentially, or will not potentially, will qualify for the next round with a victory after the victory the other night. And then whichever one don't qualify tonight, the other will be hoping joins them in the next round, I would imagine, after being some good tough opponents in this competition already. And we've already seen some good action here as the half-time whistle goes at the end of this first half, and it's goalless then. No real government action at either end for us to write home. We want to write home about as we leave you now for 15 minutes and get ready to take a break. Join us again for the second half coverage. Without time scored, the Netherlands nil, France nil. Welcome back to the Commentary Up's coverage of the game between the Netherlands and France in Euro 2024. The second half will be about to get underway very shortly as the teams are emerging from the tunnel line now. France coming out in a moment. There's the Dutch side leading out first by captain Virgil van Dijk. It looks like the Dutch will be making no changes to the second half, or for the second half. So I'll give you their team in just a moment as we got underway in the second half. And I'm trying to look when it shows us in the moment. We can see it in a minute whether France have made any changes. I'm being told they are not making any changes at half time of France. As you were for both sets of players and teams in the second half, as the match officials have just checked everything. Here remains nil in this game so far. I wonder when or if we will see the opening goal of the game in this second half. And Magnan comes out last as France will kick us off in the second half, and they lead by, and they're still holding the Netherlands to a 0-0 draw as we bring you this game tonight. We'll run you through the sides in just a moment for the start of the second half, and we can go through the sides in just a moment or two. We're back underway for the start of the second half. We can give you the teams now and then, and we can run you through the teams as Taylor has just posted back to William Saliba and finds Upamecano, and this is how the sides line up. Starting with Netherlands. The Bruggen in goal, Dumfries, De Vrij, Van Dijk and Ake across the back. Shorten, Simons and Reinders in midfield, with Frimpong, Depay and Gakpo in attack. Let me run you through the French side. Is Mike Maignan in goal, Koundé, Meccano, Saliba and Theo Hernandez, Tchouaméni, Conte and Rabiot in midfield, Dembele, Thuram and Griezmann in attack. As France will throw over on that far side, which will be taken by Jules Koundé, will it? Goes into Dembele, he drops it all the way back here to Upamecano, who's been forced to run all the way back and try and keep the ball in play, which he does. And he finds William Saliba. He finds Aurélien Tchouaméni. We can finish this ball for France. It's Adrien Rabiot back to William Tchouaméni, who finds Theo Hernandez back into Tchouaméni, and he will look up here for France and Theo Upamecano. Upamecano over on that far side gets the ball down the line, and this is going to be the play from Ousmane Dembele to skip past Nathan Ake. We couldn't actually put the afterbends on to get past Ake, couldn't take them off to stay in play after. That's a good bit of play initially. Get past him. And as I say, as he got past him, he couldn't take the afterbenders off to stop it from putting the ball back to his teammates. And Dijk takes a goal kick into the Bruggen, who now finds Vrij, Steven De Vrij, who fetches ball, taking the ground, and fetches ball forward. The Dumfries in now. This is poor play from the Dutchers. The French have won the ball back. Tchouaméni, good ball into Antoine Griezmann. Possession into Theo Hernandez. Griezmann again. What can Antoine Griezmann do? He finds Hernandez. Back into Griezmann once more. A bit of play into Adrien Rabiot. And Rabiot will look to come forward here and look to try and cause a number of problems here, I think, as well. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to cause a number of problems here. As here comes Jules Koundé for France, who will look to keep all of possession. And they will try and fish this ball forward. Tchouaméni gets it out wide to Theo Hernandez, and he wants it back here around Tchouaméni, but he goes to William Saliba instead, who finds Tchouaméni. We'll pick out Koundé, will he, or will he go further out wide? No. It was out wide to Conte as he looks to come forward here for France. It remains 0-0 between the Dutch and the French in this game as we look on here with Saliba. Back into William Saliba, who looks to fetch his ball forward for France. Into N'Golo Conte, gets the ball over the top of Adrien Rabiot. And Rabiot can keep the ball in play. And does well in Adrien Rabiot. The ball just trickles down the play for a throw into the Dutch. Adrien Rabiot just leaves the ball there for Denzel Dumfries to go and take this throw-in. It will be Dumfries who don't. Yeah, it will be Dumfries who will take this throw-in. As we see the players warm up over on that far side. As he's had to play for another throw-in. And this time the throw-in goes. I wonder which way it goes. As there is someone just runs on the TV monitors in front of us and being spotted themselves on the big screen inside the stadium. And there is a throw-in which will be taken by Denzel Dumfries down the line, and it's been given away, and Conte can get Theo Hernandez back to Manuel and just keep hold of possession, and Theo Hernandez stays down here, and Theo Hernandez is looking forward to how this goes, and he goes down here, back challenge by Frimpong, late on him, nothing too malicious in terms of the card, where the challenge, very late. Probably just a talking to from Anthony Taylor, which he did get as we on our monitors were looking at the replay. He's there up from the corner who can fetch this ball forward. N'Golo Conte on halfway. Back he goes into the path of William Saliba to Tchouameni. From the corner to Saliba once more. Saliba will play the ball forward. This is a good bit of place. France will come forward. Koundé's on side. Jules Koundé. Low cross in, looking for Marcus Thuram in the near post. He's down to the edge of the penalty area. We'll line up the shot he wants to do. Was when Dembele with it. It was blocked. And now the Dutch can break it, can work this well. And they're into Papa Frimpong. Frimpong has got Simons inside of him, but instead he goes back here to Denzel Dumfries, who's been forced backwards this time to Verbruggen. And that's good play by the French side there. So he can fetch this ball down the line. That's Memphis Depay holding up the ball well. How wide it goes, this is a cracking ball down the line, and he's put out here for it's a goal kick or a corner. Up from the corner, it's down. I'm wondering to see what the referee is giving him, Anthony Taylor. From the corner, he's been helped up now. And is he get a free kick here, or is he get a corner? Or is he just wave play on? I'm not sure when he's getting here. From the corner, cleared it away before the challenge came in. He has got a free kick here, and I'm surprised by that one because although he does get him, he don't really catch him enough for him to be warranted a free kick, in my personal opinion. Some of our listeners may disagree with that, but that's how I see the game. It remains 0-0 between Netherlands and France here on the commentary hub. Good evening to Mike. Says, Russ, this game has been pretty boring so far for me. I think we need to see Mbappe or some creativity from Koeman. Yes, and I'm not sure whether Mbappe will come on, Mike, because of maybe the concussion protocols, but he's just probably being named on the bench. Some players like Luke Shaw, for example, named on bench and don't get used as a shot comes over the top there from N'Golo Conte. He was always rising and always leaning back in that shot, the former Chelsea man. Well, you could be right with potentially Kingsley Coman. Also, Mike, one player I'm probably looking forward to probably try and see come on and try and make a difference is Olivier Giroud. He didn't really make that much of a difference against Austria on Monday night when they won 1-0 in that game. But I think if you look at it, probably Coman could potentially come on and cause a few problems for this Dutch back line. Giroud's pacing behind could be a problem as well. But as we said, the Dutch coming forward, got a gap or try and cause the French defence problems themselves. And so the penalty area has worked out right to the shooting opportunity, which cut out before the shooting opportunity could arise. And there's a brilliant bit of play from Schulten to defend really, really well. And here's Nathan Ake to come forward into Cody Gakpo and Memphis Depay. Tease it up for the stride there from Reinders Green. So he goes to Simons. Back into Reinders again. Depay once more. Good ball into Ake. As Ake looks for support. He's got Reinders Liam, so to Simmons and Depay. He goes back to Reinders and he goes back to the fry on halfway. Midway inside the French half. They come again on the right hand side this time, and that's Frimpong cutting in from that right hand side into the middle of the half. And that's Travis Simmons now running forward. He goes down, and Anthony Taylor blows for a free kick here, foul on Travis Simmons there. And that's a good play from the Dutchman who took the game to France there and forced that chance there. Good bit of movement there from Travis Simmons there. Mike, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Mike. Last few games I've done, Mike, they've been 0-0 in the second half, and we've always got at least one goal in the second half. And we've not had one of those scorelines just yet. Can we see a goal coming up here from this free kick? 25 metres out to goal is on the left of the box. Just to left of the D, just a couple of yards away from the D on the left-hand side. It's going to be Memphis Depay to line up this strike. And will Memphis Depay scoring for the Dutch? This is straight into the wall. And he bounces back to Virgil van Dijk, who finds Frimpong. And Frimpong can come forward for the Dutch. And he's looking to try and get the ball towards the penalty area. If he can work it well. And he takes Santiago Hernandez and Adrien Rabiot just plays the ball in, and the ball just goes out and plays a goal kick to France. And it remains 0-0. Mike, going back to your comment there, we've never had a 0-0, Mike, yet. And last few games I've done, he's not been ended in a 0-0 scoreline. So hopefully, Mike, you don't jinx it. Because if you do, Mike, I can tell you one thing right now, I'll take you off tomorrow's game. Joking, by the way, my friend. You'll hear Mike back on the airwaves tomorrow as Belgium take on Romania. What a game this has been as the head comes in and he goes down and he's a stoppage in player. For some reason, as the ball got hit forward, I'm just trying to see what happens here. Plays for an offside against Memphis Depay after the ball was played through by Reinders, and France will have possession. And they've took the free kick quickly, and up from the corner has possession. It remains 0-0 if you just tune into his ear. Mike, if you have cursed me, then I hope all your games, remaining games that you do, including the knockouts, is all 0-0s and goes all the way to penalties in those games. And then someone just wins it 1-0 in the shootout. So just I hope for the shootout finishes 0-0. If it is 0-0, I hope it continues long into the evening for you, especially if you do an 8 o'clock kick-off. Just Conte drops it out wide to Ousmane Dembele, who delivers a crossing, and Rabiot's moving around the back. And Rabiot can't keep the effort down. And that's a glorious opportunity for France to open the score. Rabiot coming running in. He could have tried taking it, could have probably waited for it to come down and find it towards goal. But instead, he went first time and just over the bars. The Fry has possession and he will try and fetch his ball forward here for the Dutch, who remain locked at 0-0. If you just tune into his ear on the commentary of Commentary 2 JB Sports, Focus on Football, and my own personal Twitch channel, if I can put my teeth back in, is Russ P. Vernon _92. Thank you to those who are listening then. Mike, you're actually correct. There's been no 0-0s in the games we've covered, and so far there's been no 0-0s in the tournament either. And I've just probably jinxed myself there saying that. I'm applying to you on that comment there. Here comes N'Golo Conte, drops it back here to up in the corner, and N'Golo Conte finds William Saliba, Theo Hernandez, down to Adrien Rabiot, and this is a good bit of play from Adrien Rabiot, and worked well here. The ball is given away to Depay, who's battling to try and get the ball back after Rabiot wins it back for France. He's into Upper Meccano, into Chouameni, who can fetch this ball forward. This is a wonderful run in behind here to N'Golo Conte, who makes a superb run. Edge of the penalty area is Chouameni. Then Chouameni, can he get a strike in the goal? He can. Takes a deflection en route. It goes behind for a throw-in, I think, in the end. Yes, and Anthony Taylor's just signalled that for a throw-in. And remains 0-0. And Mike, if it does remain 0-0, or it ends 0-0, I am going to strip you of any commentaries for the upcoming Premier League season. You've not even selected any yet. You can just do punditry roles next season, Mike, if this ends 0-0, because you'll have cursed it. As here comes France again, as they will try and get the ball in towards N'Golo Conte, but Dembele has it again. He just keeps holding the ball. Conte now has it. He almost lost it there, but he manages to keep it within the corner to Chouameni. And back into the Arsenal man, William Saliba. And he's up from the corner. And now up from the corner gets it back to William Saliba. With his good player from France to just keep hold of the ball. And the ball again is Adrien Rabiot. Thuram, and it's just wide from Marcus Thuram. And not far wide in the end. And that was almost the opening goal. And Mikey was almost let off the up. And that screamed it was well wide in the end. Marcus Thuram. But Mikey was almost let off the hook. I'll do some commentaries next season. I hope it is now, Mike, for you. I hope yours isn't 0-0 for you tomorrow now. Netherlands 0, France 0 as the ball is played over the top here. Simmons brings the ball down and it's a legal challenge. There's the ball. It's a free kick to France here. But for me, that should have been a free kick. Mike, I can say you can just do a punditry for the first part of the season, for the first weekend of the Premier League season, and commentaries in the second week of the Premier League season. How about that, Mike? Give you a week off commentaries. It remains 0-0 in this game, though. And what a game this has been. Despite it being 0-0, there's some chances, but not that many chances at both ends. The Bruggen and my man Ron have not really made a save of note yet, I don't think. But if they have, I can't think of one. It remains 0-0 in this game as the Netherlands and France just watch. France have the ball at the back with Koundé, who can chip the ball forward, looking for the run of Dembele, but there's a brilliant challenge from Nathan Ake. Dembele just lets the ball go behind. It will be a corner for France, and this is good work again. 0-0 is the scoreline. And this is going to be a corner whipped into a penalty. Van Dijk heads this ball away. Good defending from Virgil van Dijk. Holland and he's back in. And then just over the top from Aurelien Tchouameni. This time, as I just said, some good defending from the Netherlands and Holland, or Holland, whichever you want to call them. They're going to do initially by Virgil van Dijk. As I said, that Tchouameni's header is over the top of the crossbar. I wasn't a million miles away from giving France the lead. He out-jumped the right there, did Aurelien Tchouameni, and he almost made it 1-0 to France. As here comes the Dutch coming forward, and this is a brilliant control there as the Dutch will try and come forward. It was Elman by Adrien Rabiot and then N'Golo Conte into Aurelien Tchouameni, back into Antoine Griezmann. Conte has possession, but Teo Hernandez outside if he wants to lose him, but he goes inside to Tchouameni, down the line to Teo Hernandez, who moves in from that left hand side. Here's Aurelien Tchouameni, and this is good play, and this is a good bit of ball from Rabiot. Good play from Adrian Rabiot as he looks to fetch his ball forward. And this has been a really good game to cover, despite it being 0-0. We yet really see a goal-scoring opportunity, which is forced even goalkeeper into a save in the second half. I wonder if this one will change in a moment. Adrian Rabiot has the ball for France. Inside, it goes to Saliba. Now Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni will look up and find Dayot Upamecano. And now Ousmane Dembele. Dembele will cut the ball back on halfway. It's William Saliba just inside, then circling inside the Dutch half. Out wide goes to Jules Koundé. He goes back on halfway there, and that's a good play from Upamecano to find Theo Hernandez, who plays into N'Golo Kanté, spins away and gets the ball out wide. Adrian Rabiot. Rabiot drops it back into N'Golo Kanté once more. Kanté does a really good work here and keeping all the possession. This is good movement here. Kanté, back it goes to Theo Hernandez, and further back it goes to the path of the Saliba as he gets the ball forward, 90 Griezmann. Oh, brilliant back heel from Marcus Thuram. Waits for Kanté. Looks on to Griezmann! Saved by Verbruggen! Corner kick to France! And that really should have been 1-0 for Griezmann. The French captain can't put it away. Thuram back heel flick. Kanté laid him in. And a fantastic save from Verbruggen. I think if you look at the number 22 Denzel Dumfries may have cleared it off the line if he'd have got it on target there, but that remains 0-0. What a game we've had there in this game so far. 0-0. Here's the scoreline. Can we see the opening goal of the game as it's whipped in towards the penalty area? Rabiot can't reach it there in the back post as France will come again as he's played down the line into the path of Upamecano. Back he goes into Aurélien Tchouaméni. Will let up a striking will. It takes a deflection. With deflection, okay. Well, the second block and he blocks to aim. There's Tchouaméni who gets the ball back for France as they will come again. Theo Hernandez is onside. Hernandez drops it into Aurélien Tchouaméni and back it goes there to this French team just to keep hold of possession. It remains 0-0 here. Just tuning into us here on the commentary of us. Mike says, and he's saved here brilliantly by Bart Verbruggen there, and he says he's already had longer than a week off before the tournament. He says, and I'm just getting back to it. I know, Mike, I'm just having a bit of fun with you. Mike, behave yourself, please. Because Mike is taking the magical out of me, pardon the pun there, for the way I speak and with my accent when I say the words Holland, or my friend Ailey, or Mike's surname Horneman. So he takes the mic out to me when for the way I speak, but it's just pure love and banter between myself and Mike. And it remains 0-0 between the Netherlands and France as we played 67 minutes in this game. And here the Dutch will come again, and France have got the ball back as is. Antoine Griezmann and is going charging forward. His out wide is Ousmane Dembele up against Nathan Ake. Dembele goes inside. Goes one way. Can he get Koundé in? He can't. And he goes for goal and just over the top in the end there. And a real glorious opportunity for Ousmane Dembele. But he couldn't keep his effort down or on target. And I think if he'd got it on target, it would have been a save anyway by Bart Verbruggen. Mike, since you've only just tuned in, I'm not sure if you heard it in the first half. I did say, playing a bit of Simpsons reference this earlier. I said Maggie, Homer, and Marge will be watching this game, hoping Bart has a good game in goal and keeps a clean sheet for the Netherlands. If you guys listen to some reference there, guys, you know what I'm on about. As we see Netherlands 0, France 0. We've got live coverage of the game tomorrow night, which I'll tell you a little bit later on who we've got that game. Who's coming that game for us as the ball's into the penalty. Clear the way to the edge of the penalty, will it? Going for a strike here on goal. It breaks here for the Dutch to have a go. As Gakpo into the pile turns. Brilliant stuff. Comes back out Simons. It's in. The opening goal of the game has come. And Travis Simons has given the Netherlands the lead. I said to you, Mike, the big goals in this game. I was right. It's Simons with the goal. Or is it? Simons is open and scoring. Or has it? The goal, I think, has been disallowed here. For offside. I'm trying to see who could be offside here as this ball is played in. There's no Dumfries there, but it doesn't. There's not in the eye line of the goalkeeper. In my opinion, you can see the ball clearly there. But the flag is up, the goal's disallowed, and Simons doesn't have his goal, and we remain locked in 0-0. VAR is checking this goal, I can tell you. So VAR review for an offside goal. Will this goal get given? They do, Mike. Will this goal be given here? They're checking for potential offside. I don't think that Dumfries is in the eye line of my man on here. What will the VAR verdict be? We're still checking the VAR. Here, we have given offside initially. They are checking this. And this is VAR. We normally have supposed to be semi-automated offsides here, but Stuart Arrows leads the VAR here for Anthony Taylor tonight, along with Marco Fritz and Freddie San. And I can tell you, as he calls both captains over here, the goal will be Anthony Taylor's having a word with the referees, and the goal has been, let's have a look here. Still checking on VAR, I think. Waiting to get confirmation from Stuart Howell in VAR. And they're supposed to be checking for offside, and normally supposed to be semi-automated offsides. So we're waiting to see what is happening here. I can tell you in a moment, we'll get confirmation in a second. Anthony Taylor is getting confirmation now from the referee, from VAR, that we're just still checking something else here. Check over. And let's see whether they get it. Have they get it? No, it's disallowed. It's offside in this game. No goal. I thought he had the opening goal there, but he's disallowed and he remains locked at 0-0. No goal from Travis Simons on the 68th minute to remain locked at 0-0. The goal has been disallowed for offside in this game. And it remains 0-0 between the Netherlands and France in this match this evening. And Travis Simons, who thought he took them into the lead, is now coming off here, along with Simons off for Wijnaldum. And Schulten is also coming off here. Frimpong as well. So there's some changes here for the Dutch. Wijnaldum is on. I'm trying to see who else has come on here. We've only got confirmation of one substitute there as we watch this game. It's Netherlands 0, France 0. Get confirmation of the other changes now as Schulten and Frimpong, the other two players off. Gertrude and Veerman on now for the Dutch, and it remains 0-0. And for me, he's not interfering with play there, Dumfries. My man can clearly see the ball, and that should have been given in my opinion. But we do know that English refs make up rules as they go along with the English referees. And we're just looking at this again. We get offside against Denzel Dumfries, and he's offside, but he doesn't interfere with play. He's not interfering with play. He's not. I'm just seeing the replay there. He's in an offside position, but he doesn't interfere with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper can see the shot coming in. So for me, that shouldn't be counted. Michael, let me know what you think. Should that have been a goal for the Dutch there as Jules Koundé comes forward here? Back at 0-0. Maybe right, Michael. Maybe case. It's probably down to you and these English VAR and officials. It remains 0-0 between the Netherlands and France in this game, as France will come forward now with Aurélien Tchouameni and a good ball forward. He runs out of play for a goal kick to the Dutch. And I thought they had the opening goal of the game there, and for me, the goal should have stood. And Dembele is coming off here, and Dembele is being replaced by Kingsley Coman, and Marcus Thuram is also coming off, and he's replaced by former Arsenal striker Olivier Giroud, and it remains 0-0 in this game between the Netherlands and France. Interesting to see other people's opinions on that goal. Should it have stood? Because for me, it should. Netherlands 0, France 0, and I'm hoping that that VAR controversy there is the one that brings us the first goal of straw of the tournament and the first goal of straw here on the commentary from this competition. We'll keep you up to date with the remainder of some of the matches. We've got one game tomorrow to bring you Belgium against Romania tomorrow night on air from about 7:55, 7:50. And for the 8 o'clock kickoff with Mike Ornament and Paul James doing the game tomorrow. All being well, will be back with us tomorrow. Mike Ornament will definitely be with us tomorrow. And it remains 0-0 in this game that we're fetching you tonight. As there is the substitute who's just come on for the Dutch, Gertrude, who's just keeping possession. It's interesting to see how this game was unfold. And now France are just watching the Dutch pass to at the back, and after the Dutch have switched formations here with the substitution of Gertrude coming on and Veerman. Veerman, if he's booked now, will miss the next game for the Dutch, which will be against Austria. France's next game is against Poland. You can even commentary on that one with myself and Ethan on, I think it's Tuesday evening for that one. A 5 o'clock kickoff for that. And there is a free kick here to the Dutch. Foul there on the number 8, Georginio Wijnaldum, formerly of Liverpool and Newcastle. Also PSG's played for in the past. We'll give Mike's thoughts on that offside, on that disallowed goal in a moment. 25 metres to go. Memphis Depay will line up a shot here on target. It remains 0-0. And hopefully we do get a goal which will be classed as legal here. He chips up towards the back post where Van Dijk's there, and he's headed behind by Theo Hernandez. It's a corner kick to the Dutch. As we see, it looks like they've worked on them sort of balls from free kicks of the Dutch. We'll give you Mike's thoughts on that disallowed goal in a moment, as Veerman will wait here. There's a substitution to be taken. And for Memphis Depay is the man who comes off. And on in his place is Wout Weghorst. Weghorst, the Burnley man who may look to move out of Burnley, now back in the Championship, as he goes towards scoring his cleared away. Will he bring down the flags up for offside inside the penalty area there? And Mangan goes to get the ball to take the free kick of France. And Mike says, I think it's Arch 2 was offside, but says I think it was offside, which the replays showed the offside, showing that he was. He says he was not interfering, blocking the goalkeeper's vision. So that's the thoughts of Mike Ornament tonight. Thank you very much, Mike, for getting your thoughts in on the game. If you want to do Beeline what Mike is just going to give me your thoughts on the offside goal, you can either do what Mike's going to put it in the live comment section, or you can send a tweet at Commentary Live 1 is to put at the start of your message or at the end of the message and use the hashtag NEDFRA to get in touch with the show tonight to give us your thoughts in this game. And it remains 0-0 as here comes N'Golo Kanté for France, who goes down, and Kanté is not given a free kick. And Weghorst, good bit of play, and the Dutch can't come forward. That was a bit of Dutch courage there from the players to get the ball forward. And now here it comes France again with Antoine Griezmann. Good ball inside to N'Golo Kanté. Kanté goes down. No free kick given, and Weghorst comes back to win the ball back, and then send the Dutch on the way on that far side with Ake. Back it goes into the path of the substitute there who's just come on for them, which was Wijnaldum. And Georgino Wijnaldum has looked solid since he's come on in the last few minutes, and not giving the ball away when he's touched it, and which is impressive. When I say that, Holland the Dutch give the ball away, and here comes France again. And here's the number 20 for France, and Kingsley Coman attacks down the far side. He goes in field and goes backwards to Tchouaméni. Out wide to Koundé, back into Tchouaméni, who delivers a good crossing towards the back post. Olivier Giroud there, he bounces off the man. He comes off his leg last and behind for a goal kick. And it's been a good game. Neither keeper's really been tested as much as we would like, but it remains 0-0 here in this game between the Netherlands and France, as we see there Didier Deschamps, who was a brilliant player in his day, from what I've been told. Wasn't around when he was playing in his day, still made me very, very old by now, but from what I've been told in some video clips I've seen, he's a fantastic player for France when he played football. It remains 0-0. Netherlands 0, France 0 is the scoreline, and picked off by Verbruggen. And this is a good bit of play by Verbruggen into Virgil van Dijk, and gets it into Reinders, who can try and keep this ball moving forward. It remains 0-0. If you just tune into it here on the Commentary What's to guide you through the action of this game between the Dutch and the French, where we remain locked in 0-0. And what a game we've had today in the earlier matches. Let me remind you of some of the results from the earlier games in Euro 2024. There was Slovakia 1, Ukraine 2, and Poland 1, Austria 3. 0-0 in this game. And so far, heading for the first goal straw of the tournament, as well as our first goal straw here on the tournament. My first goal straw in quite a while, unless the Dutch can find a bit of courage to open the scoring in. But Adrien Rabiot will to lead the Blues on the front foot to get an opening goal themselves. Theo Hernandez plays into Aurélien Tchouaméni. Adrien Rabiot can try and fetch this ball forward. And if we just tell you about the Copa America in a moment, that's going away last night. That was this morning UK time as Argentina beat Canada by 2-0. No goal in that game for Lionel Messi, but he did get an assist, the little magician for Argentina. Netherlands 0, France 0 if you're just tuning into us. Here on the commentary of Russ Vernon bringing you this game tonight, and it's been a good watch, and I thought I had my first goal of the game when Xavi Simons put into the back of the net just before he was substituted, but the referee disallowed it through VAR for offside, and VAR double checked it and it was given as offside, so no goal was scored. As we see the game there remains 0-0 as the Dutch are on the back foot at the moment as Aurelien Tchouameni plays the ball across up in the corner, and France will look to come forward from the corner as possession. We look to try to keep the ball moving here for France, and try and cause a few problems for France as well. And here's Kingsley Coman. What can Coman do here? He can go one way, then the other, into the corner, so he finds Aurelien Tchouameni. Back it goes to William Saliba, and Saliba just keeps hold of the ball for the French side as they will look to try and probe their way into this game towards the end and try and keep that clean sheet intact if they can, after being let off by VAR. I would have to say Dumfries was in an offside position, but he was not in the eye line of the goalkeeper, in my opinion there. And I don't think that should have been disallowed, that goal there, as we see. The Netherlands 0, France 0 if you're just joining us here on the commentary of Russ Vernon to guide you through the action today, keeping the bang up together for this game between the two sides. As here comes the Dutch over the top, and Denzel Dumfries is away, and he needs to stay outside if the Dutch want to score. He was the one who was flagged offside, even though he wasn't in the eye line of Mike Maignan, who was in the French goal tonight. Tchouameni can fetch this ball forward. It remains 0-0 in this game. And Michael just said there, you're talking about Deschamps, who was class for France, and in his time playing for Nantes and Marseille and Juve and Juventus and Chelsea amongst other clubs. Good career as a manager too. And yes, Mike, he hasn't. I think I've not really seen him much as he's playing as Drew flicks the ball back towards Antoine Griezmann, who can't get there. Adrien Rabiot can. Will he let the ball go after the throw? We'll say we're about Deschamps, Mike. I've seen some footage of him and they were really, really good. And but for me, I didn't really see him live, so I can't really give an overall reflection on his managerial on his playing career. But the management side has always been spot on, especially in major tournaments with France. And I wonder if he can lead France to win this major tournament today. It's 0-0 in this one, or this year, should I say? Because after the performance last night, I can safely say this for the first time. I don't think he's coming home. I don't think he's going to come back to England. And it pains me to say that. For me being an avid and vivid England fan, as Rabiot is fouled by Denzel Dumfries. And a free kick to France. Which we saw earlier, that's true, heading it back towards Antoine Griezmann, which the Dutch did manage to clear that a bit of Dutch courage there, did the Dutchmans. And that was the number 16 there, which is the substitute Veerman, who played away there. He's a former Arsenal man in Arsene Wenger. Adrien Rabiot is down, receiving some treatment at this moment in time. As that's why we just saw a shot there of Arsene Wenger, the former Arsenal man. Speaking of former Arsenal players, Olivier Giroud is there. There's former England boss Fabio Capello in the crowd as well. Good to see him doing well, looking well, is Fabio Capello. Also good to see Arsene Wenger looking well, and be interested to see what he made of that disallowed goal, even though he is a Frenchman, probably avid Frenchman as well. But for me, that goal should have stood for the Netherlands, in my opinion. Yes, it was offside, but it wasn't blocking the view of the goalkeeper. Dumfries gets the ball to De Vrij, who clears along, and Rabiot flicks on the header. Giroud challenges Finn. Rabiot's there again. Adrien Rabiot's through on goal. Adrien Rabiot scoring for France. But there's a cross. Knowing there on the back is Antoine Griezmann. Just also will play well up against Virgil van Dijk. And then if the man goes down there, that's a free kick on Jules Koundé. Nurses Anthony Taylor's out for a throw this time to Holland. And that's good play there in the end. What a good ball in. No one gambled for that. And when Giroud tried to keep it in, and when he decided the decision, he goes behind for a throw to the Netherlands. 0-0 is the scoreline, and very shortly, I'll be naming my player of the match tonight. And when I say very shortly, I'm going to be naming player of the match, and it will be very shortly because what I can tell you is, guys, it's quite an odd decision, so I will be naming it shortly as the foul there on Ake is not being given, even though he's right in front of the linesman. Main locked to 0-0, and I'm finding it very hard to give a player of the match today from either side who's lacked real quality in the final third from both sides. No keepers made any saves. There's not really been many chances for either side to right or not many good performances. We'll wait for this French attack to happen before we give our player of the match out. Here's a good bit of movement here from France to try and get forward and work an opening. Theo Hernandez finds Aurelien Tchouameni as we into stoppage time now at the end of this match. As we wasted 7 minutes of stoppage time, we'll get 5 added minutes. And will we see a goal in those 5 minutes to make it continue with a goal every game that we've covered here on the commentary hub? And Mike, if not, you're getting the blame for it, my friend. You are getting the blame for it. Mike, you'll be getting the blame for it if it is, my friend, because you have jinxed me. As France win themselves a corner, and N'Golo Kanté's shot is blocked behind the corner to France. As we get ready to announce our player of the match in a moment, we'll wait till this corner, see what comes from this corner first of all. And Antoine Griezmann standing over this corner, whips in towards the penalty area, punched clear by Bart Verbruggen up into the air, and he edges away, and the ball is brought down, and Aurelien Tchouameni can get this ball forward. He's out wide with Antoine Griezmann. Down line is Jules Koundé. Out wide he goes, good crossing towards the penalty area. Heads up and away there by Stephen De Vrij into the path then of number 22. Denzel Dumfries was out there, and Dumfries gives away a set piece and a throw into France as we see this game watch on, and we're almost getting ready to that territory where I give my player of the match in this game, but I'm going to wait a moment, see what happens with this French attack before I give my player of the match. As this ball comes in, round the back it goes. Can the French get the goal? He's gone out for a throw to the Dutch, and right now I can give you my player of the match, and he's going to go to a member of the Dutch backline who showed a bit of courage today in his performance and helped the Dutch side get a draw against France, unless we see a late winner. And it goes to Stephen De Vrij, the Dutch centre-back alongside Virgil van Dijk. Fantastic performance from him today. Really well worked goal. And fantastic bit of play at the back. And he's looked solid today and has done well up against Thuram, Griezmann, Dembele, Rabiot, and then Giroud as well. Since Olivier Giroud's come on, and here's De Vrij, who's got a lot of time in possession. Steven De Vrij, our player of the match, and he's back with Bart Verbruggen. And Marge, Omer, Maggie will be happy if Bart manages to keep a clean sheet and keep it and not let a goal in the next couple of minutes. If you get one reference and if you get the show referee referring to there, I'll be very pleased. Here comes the Dutch. Can they find a bit of courage here to win the game? And he's round the back. Koundé wins the header and he goes out for a throw-in. Cody Gakpo were looking like he was letting him go for a corner, but he didn't go for the corner. Nathan Ake comes across there to take this throw-in. As we go towards the final knockings of this game, France 0, the Dutch 0, France 0, and we're still waiting our first goal. We've already done 16 minutes when Simmons had a goal just now for offside as the ball plays through and he goes out for a goal kick as we see the game here. And we're just looking here, and will we have one last chance here for there to be a winner? Aurélien Tchouameni plays this ball forward and N'Golo Kanté has possession. Into there, Upamecano. Across now, Upamecano goes to Saliba. And there is number 14, Rabiot, back into Upamecano, midway inside the centre circle and inside the Dutch half. Koundé force, Kanté. Back to Upamecano. Tchouameni, he tries to let ball forward, he does to Griezmann. Back to Theo Hernandez. Tchouameni gets the ball over the top, looking for Hernandez in behind. There's Gertrude doing well. And Hernandez just can't keep the ball in play. He goes down for a goal kick. And I think that could be the end of the game. That could be the last chance. The Dutch show some courage to keep Les Bleus to a draw. No goals today for either side. No involvement for Kylian Mbappe. And I can tell you that right on cue as he keeps the ball away there from Bart Verbruggen. He keeps a clean sheet. Magnon keeps a clean sheet. It's ended goalless. And what a game it was. And Mike, you are cursed. And I hope you, in your commentary matches that you do in the tournament, his main comms, this is, get 0-0. And I hope you get 0-0s all the way through next season. Well then, thank you very much for listening to our alternative off-tube remote commentary on this game from Euro 2024, Netherlands against France. Mike Coleman will be with you tomorrow as we bring you the game between the Belgians and the Romanians. Belgium against Romania. Kick-off is at 8 o'clock. Hopefully, we will have Paul James alongside him. But until then, thank you very much for listening. And we'll see you again real soon. Mike, thank you for listening. Poland are now out. Austria can still go through if they beat France. And the Netherlands will top the group if they beat Austria and France fail to beat Poland. Thank you very much for listening here for this Group D match where it's finished. Netherlands 0, France 0. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. And we'll see you again soon. Take care. It's goodbye from all of us here at the Commentary Hub. Have a good evening.